And we're back here once again with another episode of the MSK Show, and this is going to be episode 460. So I hope you guys had a great day, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your week that is ahead of you. And in this episode of the MSK Show, we have one topic for you guys tonight for this episode of the MSK Show, and that is going to be on Spider-Man Brand New Day. Trailer obliterates all-time trailer record. So the first official trailer for Spider-Man Brand New Day, the fourth installment in Tom Holland's Spider-Man film series, was released last week, actually, and it completely shattered every trailer record ever. I'm pretty sure it has, at this point, it is the highest viewed trailer probably like ever, which is insane that in 2026, a Spider-Man trailer can come out and beat every single trailer before it. That is disgusting to think about. Holy mother of God. That means that movie's trailer has more views on it than Avengers Infinity War. You guys are too young to understand. When that first Infinity War trailer dropped, it felt like the world just all came together for it on the internet, you know? So, God damn. Have you guys not seen anything yet? It's like that old saying back in the day. You're going to learn today. You guys are going to learn today what I think about all kinds of stuff, actually. My mind works in mysterious ways to the point where I am so smart that I've been like, I don't know how to explain it anymore. My mind is so above the average human brain that I don't think feeble humans can understand how smart I am. Why are you laughing at me, Joe?
I'm laughing at Bob. He looks like he's about to start.
Your brain does work in mysterious ways because it is a mystery to me how you can think the things that you do.
Just start calling you Reed Richards or something. You're so smart.
Shit. Dude, I have thought of every single equation, and I don't even know how they could even all like transpire.
Do you even know what an equation is?
I failed algebra, technically speaking, but I do know how to actually get from point A to point B. I'll just dumb it down for the viewers here. But no, because people are probably going to ask like, hey, MSK, aren't you usually working on Monday? I will not talk about that right now, because if I do, then I'm actually going to throw this computer at the window. Not because the computer did anything to me, but because, life makes me angry. Not this. This always just makes me, happy to some degree, even though I'm, really hot, rich, and good looking, and all girls want to, get with me. It's just a thing that girls want to do. But no, there's something going on personally. Nothing bad physically with me. Nothing bad at all. I'm completely fine. Actually, some would say I'm better than ever, actually. I've actually reached my prime. Actually, I'm Optimus Prime. Actually, I'm actually a Prime. They like that Prime gods in the Transformers universe. They made me a Prime. I'm now Optimus Prime.
But did you just reach your prime?
God,
because if you did, that means we get several years of this.
Great. Well, I'm well past my prime, so I probably won't have that many years of your prime.
So
kind of sub.
I like to think I'm still in my prime, and then I wake up in the middle of the night and walk and step out of bed, and everything hurts, and then it's like, no, I'm not in my prime anymore.
Yeah, I know. I'm sitting on the couch, and I don't want to get up. I'm not in my prime. I just don't want to leave the house. I don't want to do anything.
Yeah,
yelling at kids for standing on my lawn, that kind of stuff. Get off my lawn.
Yeah, usually just for me, guys, as I've told you guys on these shows before, how I think about life and what I think about men and women and all that stuff, hoping for something to happen is not going to happen because, wizards and genies aren't a thing, right? So I just have to make something happen, and I'm going to make it happen no matter what it takes, actually. No, I'm not going to start blowing guys for money. Obviously, nothing to do with sex, because you guys are sick, disgusting weirdos out there who think that. I just...
You gave up women, so
that was in Minecraft, allegedly said by a guy named MSK who was white at the time. I'm now black, actually. So yeah, that's pretty much what it is. I just got to make this happen, and I'm gonna do my best. I mean, today I went out and tried to get it to happen. I did have something good that happened in that thing that I wanted to make happen. So tomorrow I'm gonna go out and try to get it done. So that's all I can really do. Can't wait for a fucking genie to fall out of the sky and give me 3 wishes. And I probably wish for, flying pigs and tooth fairies. So,
You'd probably waste it on something stupid.
Yeah, like, you would.
You'd waste get some new Nikes and maybe a pizza.
I already bought pizza. already bought pizza today. I had to get some pizza so I wouldn't, hurt, no, not babies. Good luck. It's gonna make me go to jail. Hurt, people. Actually, let's just say that. So, intros, and then we'll do the topic in a little bit after we have our usual kind of, fun guy bro conversations. Actually, that you guys all know and love. Bob wasn't here last week, and the week before that, because
he was here.
No, I was here. Not last week. The week before. I was
2 weeks ago. Yeah.
Dropped out for 1 week because of work. No, he took, I think, his daughter to something or work.
Yeah, I had some family stuff, and then there was a work thing where my boss came into town, and then last week, literally, I kid you not, it was like 15 minutes before the show was going to start. My Wi-Fi and internet just crapped out completely in the house.
That's crazy.
And I was thinking, crap. And it had actually done it the week before as well, around the same time. So I was beginning to think that maybe there was like, some work going on to it. And they just didn't send us a notification that it was going to be down, because it literally went out around the same time and came back up around the same time. But it was a real pain in the butt last week.
Yeah, he was here 2 weeks ago because that's when we were plotting to do our own show and kick you out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. We did good point.
Which reminds me, you're going to be there Thursday, right, Joe?
Oh,
yeah.
oh God.
MSK, I can't be on your show Thursday. I forgot I got something coming up.
God, already. Oh God, man. It's okay. It's fine. I'll just find other people at this point. I cycle. Tony said I cycled through panelists like I cycled through underwear. I'm like, all right, okay, I can get that one. Today, guys, I know a lot of people like the shorts that I put up, and I told people I'm not going to really put up shorts all the time. It's something that I'm going to do every once in a while. So I uploaded enough shorts there for a while at this point. So whenever I do upload them, I try to upload like, I don't know, like 5 is good every like 6 months, in my opinion, because, I try to create viral clips here most of the time. But the reason why they can't happen a lot of the times is because on StreamYard, to give you a amount of hours for your content to be there, like a storage library, and then mine is full, and I pay for like the $5 of extra storage because I have so much that I have to edit out and stuff like that too, because I need all that stuff, right? So before this episode aired live, which is currently airing live right now, I got rid of a lot of them that I know exactly where to find them, because it's all on YouTube anyway. I just have to just type the numbers up and everything. So for some of these episodes moving forward, I'm going to try to create viral clips out of conversations we're going to have. We got to get some viral
be honest. Man. It has nothing to do with the storage. It's because the censors kick in and they say you can't post that. And that's why the majority of the stuff doesn't get posted.
Dude, some of these ones that they gave me titles for were absolutely wild. There is no way I could put that on YouTube. One... I couldn't put some of these out there, not because I would get like banned or strikes or anything. It was just like, no way I want that kind of algorithm on YouTube. No way, because I would legitimately attract a bunch of weirdos, honestly. Like, what's also weird is when it comes to like shorts, I never disagree with people when it came to shorts. I knew shorts would give me traction. The problem is like, It doesn't really move the needle for anything on the channel, though. It doesn't really get me a whole ton of new subscribers. It's really, honestly, only just for vanity. I only really do it because you guys like it. If you guys didn't care for it, I wouldn't have never uploaded a single short in my entire life, because I don't really think it actually moves the needle on anything. Honestly, I've put them out. They have been successful. The lowest viewed one I've ever had has been like 5 views, but that was probably because the way I titled it, and I titled it that way because, I just felt like titling it that way. Like there was one that, the one we had Joe on with me and Nate like a few weeks ago, talking about like when Kathleen Kennedy stepped down and everything. Joe's caption was "Stop blaming the fans," and that's what I used to get the first one uploaded today. Good Lord. So Joe created me a viral clip almost.
See, I'm bringing results. See, that's the thing. I'm pushing that needle, bringing the numbers. Trying something new today. I got my little background because I got a logo for when I do my channel, but I noticed as I put it in my background, I noticed like my arm disappears and stuff. So I don't know if it's the color of my jacket or how's it going. But yeah, it's my gray area entertainment. So
God.
So in 8 years when I finally get my channel done because I'm so busy with everything else. But hey, that's like that.
Well, I know you're happy today because apparently Starfleet Academy is not going to have a season 3
Thank God.
Yeah, it was so bad. I kind of bummed in a way though, because there's so many missed opportunities, and then they brought some Star Trek back, and I was really hoping it was gonna be good. It's just awful, and the internet is reacting exactly the way I knew it would. People who hate it are rejoicing. The people who loved it are blaming incels, chuds, Trump, fascism, white people, racists, sexist, that really not Star Trek fans. They never understood Star Trek. They don't like diversity. The Ellisons Trump ordered the Ellisons to take it off the air, the usual nonsense. And when you bring up the fact that it was averaging about 2 million viewers an episode and they were spending 8 to 10 million per episode, they say, oh no, it was great. It was, everybody was watching it. I mean, it didn't even rate in the top 10 on Paramount Plus in its own streaming service. The finale, that was a terrible show. But
you got all the people trying to defend it, even Star Trek alumni that are trying to defend it, saying, yeah, well, if you remember when the Next Gen came out, there was a ton of backlash to that. And to be fair, there was initially, but they eventually earned their spot. Like when Enterprise came out, there was pushback on that. So that's not uncommon, but the type of pushback we're seeing here with Starfleet Academy is for a whole different reason than what the pushback was for some of these other shows.
And some of the original cast, when the Next Generation came out, from the original cast, Kirk and the crew, they were complaining about it too.
Yeah.
I mean, there was stuff. And I think some of that backlash is a bit overrated. I mean, I had a lot of friends who watched Star Trek. They were as into it as I was, a lot of casuals, but none of them really had a problem when they brought it back. I mean, the first season was kind of wonky, but the funny thing is while that first season was going on, you didn't have anything else to compare it to.
Yeah.
So I think as the Next Generation started hitting its stride in the end of second season into the third, then you look back and go, wow, that's really not that great. It's like the Lions. I've suffered through so many terrible seasons with the Lions, and they finally got good the past couple of years. And then they had this bad year this last year. You kind of think, well, you got some things to compare it to finally. And, you had some success, and it makes even the small success that they had look even worse. Because in the 90s, what I meant to say is the Lions made the playoffs a lot in the 90s, but they never won a playoff game. Well, in the past few years, they were pretty good, and they won some playoff games. So now we look back on the small success we had in the 90s and think, well, that really wasn't that good because we tasted something better. And that's how it is with the next generation. The first season, it was what it was. There was nothing other than the original to compare it to. But then when it got really good, you think, well, compared to the seasons 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, season 1 and 2 just weren't that great. But
yeah, and I don't know. Some of it, to me, like when I go back and I kind of watch season 1, it feels like they're trying to find their footing. It's got some of the cheesiness that we saw in the original series. The problem was you had already had the movies since then that had dumped the campy stuff, and so it kind of didn't fit right. And then, like you said, once it around the end of season 2, season 3 is really when they started hitting, and it became the phenomenon that it was.
Well, and then in the first season, they rehashed some scripts. They had some leftover stories from the original, and Gene Roddenberry is really involved, and he kind of kept it. I think he was going for that feel of the original.
Yes.
And as the series progressed, I think his influence kind of waned, and it got better. And they kind of, but I think if you just look the way it's shot, it looks so much cleaner and better later on. The first season, the music and the way they did things and the sound, it was almost like it was out of the 60s almost.
Yes.
And then they progressed and got better. So, but the funny thing is, Next Generation got, and everyone says this, the first season, Next Generation, first season of Voyager, first season of DS9 weren't that great, and they got better. But I was watching Discovery and Strange New Worlds. The first seasons were okay, and the shows got worse. Like the last season of Discovery was terrible. It was so awful, and Strange New Worlds last season was bad. I mean, I wouldn't say bad, but it was there was a lot of bad to it. And there was some okay, but they're getting worse where those other shows got better. So, I mean, maybe they started so poorly with Academy that it could have got better, but I'm kind of glad they're just done with it because I'm going to watch season 2 and I'll hate it. Now watch, I really love it and wish it would come back. But yeah,
but that's what's funny. If they turn around and they nail season 2, there's the possibility that it could get renewed. I mean, they could change their mind, but they'd need to see huge positive feedback. And I don't think they're going to get that. I mean, they would literally have to do a 180 on the show.
Yeah, they're getting rid of Kurtzman. I think his contract's up. He'll be gone because they're going to do the last season of Strange New Worlds, and then they're going to do the second season of Academy, which will be the last. But I think Kurtzman's going to be gone after that. So
I'd like to see. I don't know if it'll happen, but I'd like to see Terry Matalas get his hands on.
Oh, I would
after what he did with Picard season 3.
Yeah, that was the best season. That got better because he did it, but I think Kurtzman was jealous and he didn't want him back. Yeah. There's some rumors bumbling around about that they intentionally said, well, you got to film it overseas, and they didn't give him the budget, and they didn't want to do things, knowing he wouldn't sign the contract to do another season of Picard. Now, those are just rumors I've seen on various channels on the internet, on the YouTube. So I don't know. I could be wrong, but you never know.
You know what's funny about these people? Every single time this happens with one of these apparent shows that they love so much is that the viewership always comes out that there is never enough of them to sustain a show ever. So, and this is where I'm going to get my moment from, the whole mythical unicorn that exists, that is a modern audience. We keep hearing about this modern audience from all these studio executives, writers, producers, directors, and all these other people in the industry. And every single time one of them says that, my mind instantly goes, you're fucking retarded. And I'll actually translate what they're actually saying to you guys, since they think you're stupid, but I don't think you're stupid. So I'll just tell you what they're actually thinking. The modern audience is synonymous with a new generation of people that they think exists that can replace their older generation of fans that they don't like, because the older generation of fans are apparently in their mind, they're these things. They're racist, bigots, misogynists, homophobes, every instaphobe buzzword you can think of. So they don't want you. They want some new modern audience, but that's not how media works anymore. I don't really know if these guys actually understand how this stuff goes. Because crazy is they're in this kind of industry. And I will just tell you from a fan perspective, there's so many other outlets vying for attention these days. I mean, and every viable outlet that is vying for attention and eyeballs is barely trying to keep the people they have right now. So an example, the NBA, they're desperately trying to keep the people that are currently watching it right now. NFL, desperately trying to keep the people that are watching right now. Keep in mind, I'm not saying that these kind of things aren't big enough to generate a new fan every once in a while. What I'm saying is this idea they're going to find another big pot of gold, like sort of leprechaun tells you at the end of a rainbow. It's like, no, that doesn't exist. I mean, most things that have a fan base already have had it, either based off one or two things: a pre-existing thing in it, so like a book, a video game, an anime, a movie or TV show. They already have those fans. Unless what you're adapting is so good that it can bring in a big amount of people. Does that really exist now? We keep hearing about this modern audience. What audience? What specific audience? Because Marvel tried that. Marvel thought that because women would cosplay as their characters on Facebook, that automatically meant that there was this pot of gold of women that were just their fans. It's like, no, they were probably, keep in mind, that's not comics. They're just fans of the movies because probably their boyfriend brought them to it. Remember back in the day when you would be dating a girl and she didn't like that stuff and she would only fake to like it because you were taking her there? That's how most girls are for that stuff. It's only now they kind of like it. But I remember back in the day, you take a girl out to one of these comic book movies. Oh, hell no. They only like that shit because you're there with them and they got a free meal and a free ticket. And that's the only reason why they're there. You ask them what happened in the movie, they'll tell you oh, well, he was cool. All right. So I guess you weren't paying attention at all in this movie, were you? Fucking morons.
It's kind of like with Star Wars, where they thought that they were going to go out and get this modern audience by kind of doing some stuff. What they didn't realize is the female audience that they already had liked it the way that it was. They were fans of it the way that they were. They already had a female audience, and they went out to try to go get the rest of them, and they didn't realize that the rest of them didn't like it to begin with. If you changed it, they weren't going to just come flocking just because you changed it. All you were going to end up doing was pushing away the audience you did have. That's part of the problem. This idea that of the modern audience, it's still the old audience. That's what it is. Women still have specific tastes for the majority of them. Men still have specific tastes for the majority of them. And they thought that, oh, well, if we make this superhero movie and make it appeal to women, that women are going to come doing it. No, they already had a taste in mind. That's why they went flocking to Barbie.
Yeah, I'll give an example here. Let's use Wonder Man. Keep in mind, guys, when I'm saying this, no, I haven't watched the show, but that's not the point of what I'm bringing up with what I'm going to say to you. I started watching those shows as She-Hulk because most of those shows are just straight up trash. So let's put it this way. I don't believe they intentionally race swap that character for just because they're just actual racist pieces of shit that don't like people. No, I truly believe they did it for another reason. They thought, well, if this Wonder Man looks like a black person, that's going to make like that one random black kid watch the show and they're all going to like it too. Come on, guys. They actually think like that. They think that just because a character looks that way, that you're just going to like that character. It's an example that a lot of these stupid, progressive, retarded, moronic liberals give, where for some reason they can't like a character, enjoy a character unless it looks like them. Even though, I've heard people say, oh, I like this character because I felt underrepresented. But that even the person that says that still likes other characters, though. I ask people, if you can only connect to a character that looks like you, how in the world do you like Transformers? How do you like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? How do you like Star Trek? How do you like Yu-Gi-Oh? How do you like anything? Most of these guys don't look like you. Come on, this is in a fantasy world, so wanting your fantasy to have a reflection of your real world is already stupid in of itself. But most things you enjoy, guys, are from characters you don't look like. No guy in your entire life you'll ever meet is going to look like Goku. And if that person looks like Goku, they're... Okay, just want to put out here, you probably don't know Goku. You probably know some fucking Samoan off the street where he goes to the gym like 7 days a week. I just don't get where this mindset goes. Also, why can't you have an audience and then you just gain people over time? And keep in mind, guys, some things are just niche like that. Some things aren't going to grow more because they've kind of already reached their peak. Most stuff we've ever consumed at this point now in our life, because I'm old at this point, all that stuff has already hit its peak, though. Like, let's be honest here. Most things that you think about kind of already peaked out. So you're kind of just... This is the way that I like to look at it. You initially start something off, it gets big, and then you know how you have those... It's a thing in fighting. You call them Mayweather fans, I think, where you just kind of fall off. You know how you have like fans that are just kind of only there for the moment, like those
the Fairweather fans.
Fairweather fans, yeah. And they just fall off. Yeah. Then after the Fairweather fans fall off, then who's ever is there, that's your actual audience, the ones that are going to stick it out through thick and thin. And yeah, they're going to have their problems, they're going to have their gripes, but that's who you have left, because there's going to be, this thing in business, they call it it ebbs and flows. Things like this ebb and flow all the time. This notion that you need a different audience when, if a property's big enough, you'll just get people, though. Like Invincible. We use Invincible for an example. A lot of people didn't read the Invincible comic book series when it started. It was not selling well at all. They put out the animated show. A lot of people actually retroactively started buying the compendiums, the single issues, the hardcovers. Keep on. Image Comics does a great job reprinting all that stuff in collected edition. They did some nice library editions like a few years ago. Come on. Invincible's fandom grew because of that, but there was already an existing fandom there. It just grew. You can also do it that way too. I just don't get this modern audience thing. These don't exist. And keep in mind, if it does exist, there's not enough of them to sustain your show. The Acolyte proves that.
Well, the modern audience thing is because they hate the old audience. That's why they wanted to kill, they destroyed Luke Skywalker. They destroyed Indiana Jones because they have contempt for everything in the past, because in these creators' minds, that represents the colonizers, the white oppressors, the male, the patriarchy. So now they got to change it all. And that's really, I believe, what it is, that they want this new audience that's not part of that old system. But the problem is, like you were saying, is you can attract people. You remember when the MCU got real big and, all the people are going to the movies. I could probably, I mean, I don't have the exact number in my head, but I could probably think of 30 people I know that went to see all the MCU movies. But once it kind of became a cultural phenomenon, they didn't see them at first, but they went back and got them on either DVD or do the rentals. And then they showed them to their kids because it was like a phenomenon. And they weren't even Marvel fans or superhero fans, but they were well written. They had good movies. So it attracted, and there's some men and women. I mean, people up in my age group, people older than me, people at my church that were in their 70s. I know a couple that saw the movies, 60s, 50s, even, kids all the way down to 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, because it was good and it brought everybody in. So once Endgame ended, like you said, I wouldn't call them fair weather fans. I call them kind of the casuals, because they liked it. But now that ride is over, they got off the ride, and us, the diehards, are still here. And that's the fan base that they have to cater to. Look at Stranger. Oh, I'm sorry, but I was just say Stranger Things attracts men and women, young and old. I mean, I work with people, and all the women I know watch it, and the men I know that watch it. I haven't seen any episodes, but men and women alike like it, and people of different age groups. So it was, I guess it's a well-written and enjoyable show, so it's attracting a big audience.
You can use a horror for this example too. Horror probably is one of the most, I would say, resilient franchises when it comes to having fair weather fans, casual fans, people that are just super hardcore into certain IPs that exist there. Like, it was always weird to me that, keep in mind, these viral moments are going to happen, guys. I promise you. No, I'm not just only creating viral moments. Oh my God. No, but this is something I did. Oh my God. See, I'm just laying down a hammer. This is what was always super confusing for someone like me, because I've known how these things have worked with being a fan of something through like a hype phase when it's peaking and when it falls off and then it goes back up again, kind of like a roller coaster, right? What was super confusing to me was that people that were fans of comic book movies, starting with like the MCU, like you say, because the MCU started at a time period, even like me, when the Iron Man 1 first came out, I was literally in 8th grade. I was actually in 8th grade when it came out. So for a lot of people, this was their first big franchise they had ever followed in their entire life. Movie to movie, it was their first one. And what I've noticed with comic book movie fans, for some reason in their brain, because they're like not smart, they're actually pretty fucking stupid when you talk to them. Keep in mind, guys, I'm a genius here, obviously. They don't realize that trends from other franchises and genres, for some reason, they thought theirs was immune to that. Like, you had actual people that thought the MCU could never have a down period. By what logic? First of all, that's never how a franchise has ever been. Several reasons why. Creators could make bad decisions. And keep in mind, from post-Endgame at this point, they've been making a lot of bad decisions. Tanking the idea, tanking the whole thing. Bad movies, bad TV shows, and a bunch of things. Like, and people thought, well, at this point, what happened with it? Guys, these things are bound to happen, though. Like, you're going to have points where your franchise is at a low point. I mean, well, the joke is DC's always had that, but that's just a joke in of itself, guys. But yeah, I just don't get this mindset that people are surprised the MCU's gone through this. I'll use another example. We use the honeymoon phase. You know, you get a new wife and you bang each other and you love her and all the other stuff, right? After like a month, well, it's not really the same anymore. And it's not that it's bad. I'm not going to get married, but it's not that it's bad.
After a month?
After 2 months, I'll say honeymoon phase is over. There's a reason why they call it a honeymoon.
Well, if you were married to MSK, you'd get tired of him after a month too. So.
I'm glad he's on her side. This is my imaginary wife. But like, there's a reason why things are called the honeymoon phase, people. Yeah. You get to a period point where, like Joe said, go to every single MCU movie premiere. Thursday after Thursday, Thursday after Thursday, every single movie, every single year. At one point, that will be tiring. Do you want to know why? It's not the newest thing anymore. It's not the hottest. It's not the new hot girl that joins your school. It's not attractive enough to you because you've been doing it so long. Imagine going to like, I don't know, 10 MCU movie premieres like every weekend for your entire life. At some point, that will be tiring to you. I just don't understand why people that are fans of this don't see that. It's called a honeymoon phase for a reason. And like after Joe said, after Endgame, after that period, people just kind of fell off. Well, yeah, and come on, you just don't treat it the same way. You know how like for the MCU now, people go, I'll just watch it on like a $5 Tuesday. That was never in the question when it was in its prime. When the MCU was in its prime, leading up to Endgame, there was never a question in people's minds they had to go watch it on Tuesday. You watched it opening weekend, and then you just kind of just rewatched it whenever you did.
Go back another time or two.
Yeah.
Well, that's like, The Sopranos. That show was real popular, but it had an end date. I don't know how many seasons, but it remained fairly popular, but it ended.
Mm-hmm.
The MCU built its popularity, and I wouldn't say it was its natural ending, but a natural stopping point was Endgame because it just cut. So all the people that weren't interested anymore left, and us who like it stick around. And the way to keep us around or even bring back some casuals, they really had to bring up something new. And I think it would have been better to do a soft reboot at that time to get people more interested. But and I understand they tried new things and bringing in new characters and that was fine. But it was really not as cohesive. There was no build up. I mean, they tried to make Kang the big villain, and that was a bomb. It just, and then the movies themselves didn't seem to connect. Even in the pre-end game, you had, Nick Fury showing up and kind of bringing people together. So you knew there was this link, and the post-credit scenes were always kind of pointing to something. And it seemed like the post-credit scenes for the post-end game stuff weren't really showing too much. So you lose that momentum. And I think, as you were saying, like people get tired of it. You get tired of it because it's not as good and you get used to it. But if they can reignite something, maybe with this upcoming Spiderman movie that we're going to talk about, and then Doomsday, maybe they'll get some of that back. But we'll have to wait and see. And I really hope they get back to it. I want to be excited again for Marvel.
Also, life comes up too. I mean, if you were like, I don't know, 14, 15 years old when this franchise kind of first started for you back in like, I don't know, 2009, 2008, 2010, like phase one period, you're older now. You have kids. You have a lot of things going on. Sometimes you don't just got the money to just kind of drop everything and just go out on opening weekend to one of these movies. But keep in mind, people actually did do it to a point where these movies did exceptionally well for a lot of them. It's just, I want you to understand, whenever I bring up superhero fatigue, it's not that I'm talking about the movie's quality itself. It's mostly that I'm bringing up the fact that when you have an abundance of something eventually will give. People are not going to, tune into everything. And that's comes with having an abundance of something. Keep in mind, I believe that DC was a big contributor to that because they put out a lot of really shitty movies with their DCEU, and you had the CW shows at the time, and The Boys came out. There's a lot of superhero stuff. Because keep in mind, guys, all that stuff, keep in mind, it was fine if you have like one comic book movie a year, one comic book TV show. Now, at this point, you
7-8 projects a year.
Like, how in the world does your mind go, I'm excited for all of that? Really, you're excited for every one of there's no way your brain even treats it the same, So, I don't know.
Well, I have no life, so I watch it all. So,
God, Joe, don't make
I have no life.
No.
Unlike you, MSK, women hate me. And I really blame
don't worry,
that.
they hate MSK too. So
okay. And I just blame that on two things, my looks and my personality. So yeah, that's the two reasons why they do. But no, I see, I'm one of those people. I'll watch it all, I'll take it in. But even if it's not as good, you just kind of like,
no, I just want to ask, but do you feel as enthusiastic for it as you did when you first started consuming?
Oh no. After Iron Man came out, we knew we were getting more. And you had the end credit scene when Fury came in, talked about the Avengers. I mean, I was stoked because Iron Man. The Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies were really good. There were some other Batman movies and whatnot that were pretty good, but this was going to be a shared universe. This is going to bring in Thor and Captain America. We were waiting to see who the Avengers are going to be, and there was a lot of excitement. And then when it ended, it was like, okay. I was like, okay, we're going to see where we're going to go. I was really looking forward to the TV shows because some are good, some are bad, but it's hard now. I wasn't I wasn't excited for Cap 4 that much just because I always was a Falcon guy. I was a little bit interested in Thunderbolts, but I wasn't like overly enthused. The last Marvel movie that I was really excited to see was Guardians 3 because I really like those movies, and I knew they're going to be wrapping up their character stories. Even Deadpool, Wolverine, I was excited just to see them together, but I knew the movie wasn't going to be this big monster.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew it was going to be successful, but I didn't think it was going to be like a great movie. Like,
I say Spider-Man No Way Home was the last one that I was genuinely super excited about. Deadpool Wolverine was a little weird. It wasn't like I wasn't excited for it. I was excited for the aspect that I finally got a chance to see Hugh Jackman wearing that suit.
Right.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was really cool. And he only did it for it's crazy. He didn't put on the mask enough, but it's fine. I got most of it. It's okay. But Brand New Day, I'm excited about. Fantastic Four and Thunderbolts, what's crazy is my excitement for them wasn't there, but they came out better than I thought. And I was like, you know what? It's not that bad. These were solid entries, actually. Deadpool and Wolverine was fan service candy. Keep in mind, was it Kit Kat, Payday, Hershey's, Reese's? Just depends what kind of candy it is. Because, I love me some candy. But, yeah, I don't know. Because, like, other competition starts building up too. And keep in mind, I wouldn't really contribute this to the MCU's downfall to a certain extent, but when you have a lot of people that are like more like content creators now, and there's so many people talking about this and giving such mixed opinions on most things, well, yeah, talking to this many people on the internet that's consuming most of this stuff is going to make them question, why should I support this then, or do support it? It does have an effect on people, but I don't know. I think the MCU, in my opinion, should get away from that narrative they thought they were in back in 2014. You can't just drop a Guardians movie now. It will fail. You don't have this is a black thing. You don't have like the street cred that you used to have. You know?
It's like, jeez.
Bob's like, I used to be black back in my day, but
he can't help himself sometimes. You see, that's how those viral moments get made.
Yeah, there's these viral moments.
Because his mind is blowing,
Remember, he's so smart. He thinks
like
about this stuff
there, and he's thinking at 1,000,000 miles a minute. It's because there is no filter between brain and mouth, and something just comes out.
Yeah,
right. Yeah, but hey, I have 200 IQ. It's okay.
I was just going to say, that's why every time I come on a show, I say he's responsible for his words. I'm responsible for my words. Because I don't want to get canceled because of this guy.
Canceled? I am clean cut. Sponsors love me. I am a great brand asset. No?
OnlyFans doesn't count as a sponsor.
Oh, talking about OnlyFans. Oh, good Lord. That sucked. What happened to that guy today? If you guys don't know, the actual owner, the actual person that started OnlyFans passed away, died of cancer.
I didn't hear about that. I don't know much about
I guess.
it. I don't
Yeah, I mean, on one hand, I can go, that does suck. Dying of cancer is horrible. That's a bad thing. But your legacy is not good. Like I like to think whenever I do die, I left a great legacy behind. I angered some idiots along the way, but they did deserve it. If I called you a fucking retard who I thought should shove rocks up your ass, that's because you honestly deserved it. But I do think I left a long lasting impression on people. There will never be another one of me.
You're talking about rocks up people's butts. I guess that's a lasting impression. I don't know.
Oh God, man. Nate says, I thought you were talking Spider-Man. Quit talking about hood shit. We're not talking about hood stuff. I just gave an analogy. It had to have been testicular cancer, if you know what I mean. Good Lord. Wouldn't that be just ironic, right? But I don't know. Honestly, it's just they're like, why did Thunderbolts fail? You knew Thunderbolts failed for them because they changed the title of it after opening weekend. They've never done that ever.
I don't know. I thought it was a pretty good movie. It just didn't do a lot.
It's crazy. It's because it was not a bad movie at all. It was good.
They're gonna have to come out with a really good. If they come out with a really good movie and it has good word of mouth and it has legs the second, third, fourth, fifth week, then that's fine. But I think the Spider-Man movie is going to do really well. In fact, you can mark it down. This is your viral moment. Put it in your little clips.
Yes.
Spider-Man, Brand New Day will make more money than Doomsday, because Doomsday is not going to make money. So that's not a big thing. But I'm going to say right now, Spider-Man Brand New Day is going to outsell ticket-wise Doomsday. It's going to do a higher box off in dollar amount.
I would agree with that. I think Spider-Man is going to be a huge hit.
Yeah. And I think the success of that's going to actually help Doomsday because it'll get more people maybe more interested because they're going to do something to associate that post-credit scene or whatever. And that's actually going to be good. And I think them moving Doomsday, because before it was going to come out before Spider-Man, was an incredibly smart or even lucky. I don't know if they just because they overshot their estimate on when they could get it out. But I think it was very fortunate for them because I think if Doomsday were to came out like this month and then Spider-Man in May or June, excuse me.
Yeah.
I think then I think Doomsday wouldn't do as well. I think it's gonna that I think Spider-Man's gonna raise Doomsday. And I mean that could be wrong, but well, dollars wise, just because of the budget, it's gonna make money. I think Doomsday's gonna have to do like $2 billion will make money,
I think Doomsday. I mean, if they want to make any sort of profit, it needs to hit $2 billion. If that
Doomsday's going to have a problem though, because it comes out the same day as Dune 3.
That's not competition.
But here's the thing: Dune 3 is getting the IMAX releases.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. Oh, but there was
I don't know how that works. How they decide all that.
There was something that came out where I think one of the Disney executives or someone that worked on the movie said Avengers Doomsday won't need IMAX screenings to hit $1 billion, and I was like, I don't know. I mean, maybe.
But it's going to need some great word of mouth too. I mean, if it turns out it sucks, it's not going to hit that.
I think because
I'm not saying it's going to. I hope it's great. I really do. I don't want it to suck. I want it to be good. I want them to get back on track, and hopefully the Russos can do that. Hopefully, Fantastic Four and Thunderbolts, which we've talked about that we both liked, those that hopefully that gets it on the right track. We see some. A good hit with Spider-Man, and then, like you said, Joe, that does some momentum for Doomsday and gets it going.
Yeah, and then you roll into Secret Wars. Yeah, I just, I think it's going to do better. I don't know, man. It's tough to say now because I think if I definitely would say if Doomsday was before Spider-Man would outgross it. But I think now it'll be close, and Doomsday might actually beat it. But I'm going to go out on put out my prediction.
I think Doomsday just off pure just spectacle alone will outgross it. But I do think this will be the highest grossing Spider-Man film ever. I do think it'll outgross No Way Home.
It's I don't know. I thought the trailer looked good. You know, the other thing.
Let's go to Spider-Man. I might start the video at this point. Oh God. Are you guys ready for quality and expectations and amazing discussion and thoughtful points being thrown at you faster than the speed of light?
I do have expectations, but quality is not among them.
Yeah.
Well, glad you guys are on my side.
Bob and I, maybe, but I don't know.
Oh, God. You know, it's like when I was playing basketball and I was Stephen Curry on the court when I was shooting without even looking at the ball. It was free.
Just throwing over your head. You got your eyes clear.
Crazy. You know, it's like when Shaquille O'Neal dunked on that dude and and that guy just felt the whole weight of Shaq's nuts all in his mouth. Might have been the most disrespectful play ever in American sports. I never seen anything like it. But let's have some fun here, boys. Hey, everyone. I am MSK, a.k.a. Master Swag King, coming at you guys today with another video. And if you guys are returning viewers or new viewers, then please consider subscribing to the channel if you have not already. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it and comment down below. Also, make sure you guys hit the notification bell. That way you guys can get notified whenever I upload a brand new video or go live. I am MSK, a.k.a. Master Swag King. And what the fuck am I saying? I'm going to go fuck some guy in the butt. What the hell?
God.
What?
I lost my track. I was doing an intro and then oh my God.
See, there's your viral moment. You see, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, God. My whole brain just fried. I've been telling people horrible things on Twitter. My whole brain just fried. Absolutely just lost my brain. What in the world do you win them to? Nate, do you have a stroke when you're typing? Good Lord. All right. No more quality. We're just going quantity. I'm just gonna be producing just the absolute most bullshit here. That's just what I do. Oh my God. Bob thought he was what the heck? All right. Okay, let's have some fun here. My bad. It's like I was doing mid-intro, I was done, and I was like, wait a minute, did I say it right? I was like, oh my God. But
I had a letter come in the mail that made me think otherwise.
I pay these guys top dollar here. They're lying to you. Their salaries are making me like broke at this point. No electricity, no running water, no food. I just have to suck dick on the street to get $50 to pay meal at fast food places. It's okay, guys. It's okay. I pay Bob.
What it is, Z, is that there's certain things that you can write off on your taxes, like charity, which is why I'm here. So
a black person working. A black person working. That's hilarious. Oh, goodness gracious. Probably on welfare somewhere shooting at another black person. But let's have some fun here.
You are not a good person.
I am alive. His dildo started vibrating. That's not true. I don't own any dildos. I'm a straight person. I have sex with women. I'm straight like the highway.
I wonder what Emily thinks of all this talk. She's always in our chat and you're always saying really nasty things. So I don't know.
She better not be playing this on her TV in her living room because fucking parents might have a heart attack. Oh my God. Oh, one time, Chaz, the black guy I do the League of Legends show with, he said one time his big black female boss walked in when we were talking like that, and she was like, "Lord Jesus, he needs to be saved," and then just walked out.
Probably do. I love that woman. She's talking good Jesus on you.
Oh, God. All right, guys, let's get a banger going here. Hey, everyone, I am MSK, a.k.a. Master Swag King, coming at you guys today with another video. And if you guys are returning viewers or new viewers, then please consider subscribing to the channel if you have not already. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it and comment down below. Also, make sure you guys hit the notification bell. That way you guys can get notified on whenever I upload a brand new video or go live. And in today's video, we are going to be talking about the Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer Obliterates all-time trailer record. So Spider-Man Brand New Day is coming out very, very, very soon, and we hadn't got a single trailer for it at all. Actually, the movie actually halted its production because Tom Holland actually got injured on set a few months ago, so they delayed its initial release date later to be around, I think, June, July period, actually. So basically when, the summer box office season would start for 2026. And this movie, essentially, I will say this. You don't normally want to do this with any movie, actually. Spider-Man, in general, is one of the rare characters or IPs you could essentially drop one trailer and people are going to go watch it regardless. It's one of those characters where people love the character so much, you could actually have only dropped one teaser trailer for a minute and people are going to watch it, honestly. Just kind of the character, right? Because when No Way Home came out, people factor in. When No Way Home came out that year in 2021, in December, it only had 2 trailers. They came out so quickly between each other that, it still ended up being the highest grossing Spider-Man film ever, honestly, right? So I will just say, I'm someone who is very critical of the MCU. People know how much I despise them currently because they are just, oh man, they make me angry. I will say, the Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer was actually good. Oh, I wouldn't say really good or pretty good. I would say it's good. It was solid. I enjoyed it, actually. Now, the thing about the issue I have with it, I'll talk later when we actually go over what we're going to cover here in the video. There's a few things I didn't like, but overall, I thought it was good. Because keep in mind, if MCU has bad trailers for their movies, you guys know people are not checking them out. They're not in this, Guardians of the Galaxy 2014 time period where we can just drop whatever movie we want and our fans will eat it up. They could drop a movie called Squirrel Girl and the Dancing Monkey named Felipe and their fans would have ate it up. Not this point now. Fans are now that movie can... that. They're at this point now, their fans are nah, that movie can bomb. None of them motherfuckers checked out the Marvels because that trailer looked like shit, and I imagine that movie's not that good either. But all right, so this is the 4th Tom Holland Spider-Man movie, and it's called Brand New Day. And if you guys don't actually know what that means in comic book terms, don't look it up because you might hang yourself after finding out what happened in One More Day. But essentially, I've told you guys before, time and time again, this universe essentially used Spider-Man One More Day story arc. Essentially, they've ripped everything from him. And I like No Way Home. I thought it was actually really good. But No Way Home did the One More Day thing where, he had, Spider-Man had Doctor Strange make everyone forget him. I mean, what does that remind you of from the comic books? Mephisto taking away his wife. Just saying. Now, I get it. Potentially in this movie, it's going to be undone, and they might get back together. But people have to factor in, that wasn't something people liked in the comic books at all. Actually, it was so disliked. A lot of people went, you know what? Fuck this company. I'm never buying a Spider-Man comic ever again.
Yeah, sales plummeted after that, I heard. After that One More Day fiasco with Mephisto, and because he also Spider-Man in Civil War let everybody know he's Peter Parker.
Spider-Man, yeah, he took his mask
and
off.
That's why May got shot, and then he went to Mephisto and got him to make everyone forget he was Spider-Man was Peter Parker.
Mm-hmm.
Now in that everybody didn't forget Peter Parker, they just forgot he was Spider-Man, but MJ and him never knew each other. They like broke up that marriage. And oh my gosh, you read the story, it made me want to cry because it was so bad.
Oh, and before that, remember when Sins Passed? Oh, that was bad too.
Oh, I didn't read that because that whole thing with Mephisto was he didn't want Peter's soul; he wanted to destroy true love.
I understand. I understand why a demon would do that. It's understandable that a demon like him would do that, but it's also crazy that Marvel would even let an artist or writer even do that, because they hated him being married. And I don't want to be that guy, everybody, but the MCU's Spider-Man trajectory has done that to him. They've essentially did One More Day just broken up. Okay, so in the very first movie, he loses the black girl because just so happens that her dad is the villain. He loses Iron Man, right? He loses Iron Man eventually. He loses in Far From Home, his identity's revealed. Yeah. So it causes his whole life to be ruined, essentially. Everyone doesn't like him. Also based off what Mephisto did to make people trick he was a bad guy. He ended up losing Hogan. He ended up losing his aunt. He lost his girlfriend. He lost his best friend. How was that not like One More Day?
Oh, the whole thing. And
yeah, come on. I like No Way Home. I thought Homecoming was pretty mid, honestly. I thought Far From Home was complete garbage. I couldn't stand that movie. So I think it's only decent rewatch No Way Home. And what's crazy is this movie is directed by someone different. So it's not John Watts this time around. And I really feel like John Watts really didn't understand Spider-Man all that well, between, web slinging and spider sense and action scenes and all that other stuff. There was something sorely lacking in his movies. Maybe it was the street element. But I'll ask you guys. I'll start with Bob. What did you think about the Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer? Did it surprise you in a way where your initial thoughts were kind of tempered based on what you initially thought?
So when I initially saw the trailer, I don't want to say I was underwhelmed. I wasn't wowed by it, but I liked it. And it was because I knew they were holding several things back in the trailer. For example, there's been a lot of talk about the Hulk being part of it, and we didn't see the Hulk in it. We saw Banner, but also I wanted to see a little bit more with the Punisher. So I think they were holding some stuff back. That being said, I did like the tone of the trailer. I did like the way the feelings I got after it. And because I think they were holding some stuff back and they're slowly going to reveal a little bit more, I think the next trailer is going to be even better, and the one after that. So to me, I thought it was a solid trailer. Do I think it was a trailer worth breaking all the records and stuff? I don't know about that, but I did like the trailer.
And Joe, when you saw the trailer, did it? Because I know me and you and all of us talking the show initially, we're like, they're juggling a lot in this movie. Are they going to be able to even do it? Keep in mind, the movie could tell a whole different story from the trailer. The trailer could be the best parts of the movie, actually. But what did you think about the trailer that just came out?
Well, it's funny, I think I mentioned here on the show before that I don't usually watch trailers at all because I know I'm going to see the movie and I don't like anything spoiled. Like, you could tell me, you don't even tell me the name. You just say a Spider-Man movie's coming out on January 5th. January 5th, I'm going to see the movie, or roughly right about there. Yeah. Because I like the thing. But I only watched the trailer because we were going to talk about it. And I did like it. I like the interaction between Frank Castle and him. I think that dichotomy of the serious Frank Castle, Punisher, mean, and the jokey Spider-Man can be really good. The thing that bugs me, though, is with MJ, in the first movie, he was in love with Liz Allen. And all of a sudden, the second movie, I'm in love with MJ. There's no reason, there was no build to that. I thought that was the movie they should have fell in love in. He goes from.
And I know he's dating black girls, though.
But
why?
I know
love his chocolate?
I know when you're 16, you fall in love at the drop of a hat, but it's a little weird.
But just black girls, though?
Well, I went to high school with a predominantly black high school, and there was a lot of black girls that I did like, and a few I dated.
Hey,
so,
I'm engaged to a black woman, so
see, there you go.
God.
I don't see color when I look at love. Okay, you, MSK, who knows what you see?
Thank you. Come again.
But I was just saying that relationship was to me, it was a little rushed. But then they were together, and that was fine. But this is 4 years later after the events of No Way Home, and he's still pining over it. He's looking at her on his phone, his social media, and it's like it's been 4 years, dude. Okay, like I get it, you're in love with her and you lost your best friend and you're sad, but 4 years is a long time to kind of do that. It seems a little
They do in the book, dude. It's the same thing that I said when I read like that first trade paperback volume for Zeb Wells' Spiderman run. Come on, I only read the first 5 issues because it's in that volume. This is the same problem I have with that book. Same thing you just brought up. If he can't have her based off that thing he had Doctor Strange do that he willingly did because the whole universe is going to shatter if he did. I understand it, but why can't he have anybody else? This is the problem the character keeps having. He can't have Mary Jane. And keep in mind, why would he want this Mary Jane? That is like the most discount Temu budget Mary Jane we've ever had. DEI included too, and all that other bullshit. Why can't he have some Black Cat? I'm a Felicia Hardy fan. He needs to be smothered in some fat titties. That's what he needs. Peter, you just need to go out and get Black Cat, have her smother you in some boobs, and you yourself will not even care what an MJ is. Keep in mind, if that's supposed to be Mary Jane Watson, she's never been good. In that Homecoming movie you just described, she's stalking. Come on, guys, this has never happened, and no girl's doing. Okay, some girls are gonna do this. Homecoming, she just walks up to him, and he's like, "Who are you?" "I'm MJ. I've just been stalking you." Ew, gay, cringe. What the fuck?
Yeah, and
her hair was all done dirty, like she ain't brushed her nappy-headed hair.
That's what I was thinking. How did he fall in love with her? She was mean. She was like bitter.
She stalked him.
I mean, but why would you fall in love with someone like that? I mean, I guess when you're a kid, you have crushes. I mean, you got to look at it that way too. I mean, I remember in middle school, I liked this one girl and she had a neck brace. And so it was like this whole weird thing going on. I don't know why I had a big crush on her, but I get it. But
you what? You what? You what?
But yeah, they
you got a sick fetish we don't know about here.
I don't know. No, but it's just I don't know. I guess when you're young, you do, but I just didn't get that whole all of a sudden the second movie. It was almost the same in the first movie. Oh, I'm in love with her and I got to pursue her and I got to do this. I thought in the second movie, they should have started out as friends and developed a relationship. And the one thing, the difference in the comic books is Peter didn't remember MJ in the comic books and MJ didn't remember him. And then in this, he remembers his past life. He remembers her, he remembers Ned.
Yeah.
So in Brand New Day or One More Day, he forgot all about MJ. So that was a little different. So I guess it would be easier.
Ned, though, I'll be honest, I never liked that Ned guy. He should have just be Harry. Ned is just some fat, worthless retard.
I actually liked him in the first one.
Harry.
I liked him in the first one. He looks like a weirdo in this one. His weird hair. I don't know what's going on with him. I thought he was cool in the first one. He was funny and.
You're right. Like he lost Ned, but is there anything worth of value there that he lost with Ned? Ned was just a loser. What the fuck?
He lost his friend in the chair.
Yeah.
Remember his guy in the chair or whatever. What was it that they said?
The man in the chair, his guy in the chair, whatever. Yeah.
How many weird decisions they've made? Why wasn't Ned just Harry? Why is MJ black? These weird things they've been doing since they started his movies, or. I agree with you. Why didn't they just build up the black girl he was dating in the first one? I think she looked better than Zendaya. Have them build something, but he can't have her because her dad just so happens to be the villain. Do they just hate this guy?
Well, in the comics, Liz Allen was one of the girls in his high school that he had a crush on, and she kind of blew him off. And there's a scene when before he's Spider-Man, he asks her on a date and. That Flash Thompson makes fun of him and stuff.
I am the god of sex, Nate.
Oh boy, but I don't know. I think that waiting 4 years and he's still kind of mopey like that's a little weird. But I thought the Scorpion looked cool. I was excited to see that Guardian back.
One slight issue I have with him. One issue.
What's that?
Why does he not wear a helmet?
Well, because they got to show the face. They don't think you can get emotions without a face.
In the movie, it's gonna be something. Wait a minute, he's gonna be like, "Man, who is that guy I just fought? His helmet was off." He's not hiding who he is. That's my only problem with that. He should be wearing a helmet.
Maybe he is gonna wear a helmet in there, and then he'll knock it off, and we'll see him without the helmet. I think that was done, or they showed that part just so we could see it was the same actor that they had before. So I think that was more for us because a lot of people kind of wanted to see him play the Scorpion, especially after Better Call Saul.
And that was after Homecoming came out in 2017. toward the tail end of Phase 3 of the MCU, and we're just now seeing this guy become Scorpion. Utterly crazy.
I think they should have had him in the second one instead of Mysterio. They just kind of dropped, and I thought Mysterio was fine, but the way they did it. But I would have preferred to see the Scorpion return in that one. I was hoping he would.
Yeah,
maybe along with Mysterio, but they didn't use him at all, and I was like, eh.
Yeah, because for me, it's like, okay, in the movie, they're gonna be like, because the news is gonna be like, or J. Jonah Jameson, who knows? I hope he's in the movie. He'll be like, this guy was on the streets. He's not wearing a helmet. He can be identified. The police are like, the police are trying to identify this man with the long scorpionic tail. It's like, bitch, he's not wearing a helmet. But come on, he might put it on the movie. I'm just saying. The other thing, maybe he's okay. Paul. People brought up that guy that she's dating is Paul. If that guy's Paul, I'm gonna have a stroke. All that better not be Paul. Oh, they just love cucking this guy. Spider cuck. I'm gonna call him Cuck Holland Spider-Man Jr. the 5th. Good Lord. Fuck, that better not be Paul. She's out here getting dicked down by another man, and he's just sitting there jerking. I can't have her. Oh, God.
I'll be honest. I kind of hope they.
I don't think he's doing that and crying at the same time.
You would be surprised how many men do that. Not me, personally. But
I kind of hope they just get rid of her and Ned after this. I think that relationship's kind of done. I hope she goes off and is happy with Paul, and Spider-Man moves on. He can do something different with his relationships in the future. But then again, they're going to get married, or they're married in real life. I don't know. So who knows?
Another thing to bring up with this Zendaya thing. Okay, so let's just hypothetically say, for argument's sake, she is Mary Jane. What relationship do they have to justify them to have this level of love? First movie, she's a stalker. She's cringy. She looks like she stinks. She doesn't wash her fucking vagina. Second movie, they're not even together. The third movie, they're barely together. And at the end of that movie, he just makes it so they're not ever know each other. Did they really ever have like a relationship in this movie? Like, just between all their appearances, did they ever really have a relationship? Not really. They don't have a long.
At the end of the second one, they are together, and I think we're supposed to assume between movies there was more time, and and they fell more in love and everything. But yeah, it's just they weren't together very long, regardless.
Yeah,
because he was gone 5 years at the snap and all that, and so I don't know. Like I said, I just think he's pining over her for 4 years is kind of weird. I don't know.
Dude, just give my guy some black cat unshaved vagina, and he'll just have some. He'll be thinking about something
MSK.
different. Oh God. Oh God. Keep in mind, but Paul was in the comic books, not a like thing. Just because it was in those books does not mean that should. If that guy is Paul, oh my God.
Yeah, I stopped reading when Paul came around. I know, wasn't he involved with MJ in the comics or something?
Oh, you guys don't even know how I feel about Paul. Paul's a bigger cuck than Peter. There's a moment in the book that I read. Paul knows this guy is trying to date his girl or call a girl. He has like kids or whatever. Some real gay shit like that, right? Because who would touch a girl? That's disgusting, right? So Peter is behind on his bills. Paul walks up to this guy because like the bill collectors is like standing in front of his house. He offers to pay his bills. In MSK, you're like, what? Yeah. No, if another guy is trying to go after my girl, I would never go up and pay that guy's bills if I found out he's having money. It was the gayest cucked shit I have ever seen in my life. I almost couldn't believe I even read that. He was like, but he's down on his luck. Yeah, he's trying to get your girl down on her luck, trying to blow my dick from the back. What the loser shit they're writing in these movies, though. But back to the trailer.
Bob and I are just like, dude, come on.
Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer obliterates all-time movie record. Spider-Man Brand New Day swings as high as it can get. Tom Holland's Spider-Man movies make up one of the most successful franchises in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. After 2 hit films, Marvel and Sony opened the multiverse to partner Holland's Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield's versions of the Marvel hero. 2021 Spider-Man No Way Home ended up nearly meeting the impressive $2 billion mark, doing so without China. Yeah, if it had a China release, it would have just hit $2 billion. That would have been. 5 years later, while Spider-Man Brand New Day cast does not seemingly bring back the multiverse Spider-Man, Holland's MCU hero will have the company of John Bernthal's Punisher and Mark Ruffalo's Hulk. Mark Ruffalo, yeah, boo. John Bernthal's Punisher, good. Glad to see him back. to fight threats like Michael Mandel's Scorpion and many more. All those characters and the long wait for a new Spider-Man movie have put the anticipation through the roof, and that can now be measured. According to Sony, based on data from the market research firm Wave Metrics, the first Spider-Man brand new day trailer has amassed, oh my lord, 718.6 million views, becoming the most watched movie trailer in 24 hours of all time. The upcoming Spider-Man movie completely obliterated the previous record, which also belonged to an MCU film, Deadpool and Wolverine, with 365 million views. That's how you can tell that Spider-Man's more popular than Wolverine. Just look at the difference in that. That's about a 400 million difference there. That's crazy. Upon being asked for comment by Screen Rant, Marvel confirmed that the viewership data comes from the full Spider-Man brand new day trailer, not the clips shared by fans the day before on social media. Oh, I hate that. Oh my God. The trailer before the trailer before the trailer. Like, no, don't do that anymore. Companies should stop doing that. That is stupid. Spider-Man Brand New Day's major trailer record becomes even more impressive when compared to Tom Holland's biggest Spider-Man movie to date, Spider-Man No Way Home, had 355.5 million views in 24 hours. That is less than half of what Brand New Day has achieved in the same period. Based on No Way Home's $1.92 billion box office run, the 2026 movie could reach the $2 billion mark. What's the biggest movie trailer of all time? Spider-Man Brand New Day is coming to boost Marvel Studios' box office chances after a disappointing 2025. Disappointing wasn't... Those movies all flopped. That's not disappointing. That's a complete failure. That is actually just straight up failure. All three movies flopped. And I like Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four, but those weren't box office mega hits by any stretch of imagination. The franchise released 3 movies last year, with the highest grossing entry being the Fantastic Four for Steps with $521.8 million. Beneath it were Captain America Brave New World at $415.1 million and Thunderbolts at $382.4 million. Holy crap. And keep in mind, they lied about that movie's budget too. And even then they lied about it and it still failed. That's just so funny. Oh, also think about, remember when Brand New World failed? Kevin Feige said, and I think I quote it, "Oh, it's because Chris Evans wasn't in the movie." Oh, I loved it. Oh, that was hilarious. Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer, being the most watched in 24 hours of all time, increases the chances that the MCU can not only have 2 movies to pass the $1 billion mark in 2026, also counting December's Avengers Doomsday, but potentially 2 that cross the $2 billion mark. I mean, is Brand New Day going to cross the $2 billion mark? I don't know currently right now. I mean, the trailer would lead you to believe that, but you know, and hey, I do want to praise Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer for being that successful. But this is another thing that happened with the Superman trailer. The Superman trailer did very, very well. I think it was like one of DC's and Warner Brothers' best trailers ever in terms of viewership record. That didn't translate to box office success. Now, keep in mind, that could have also been based off of word of mouth too, because these things do levy off word of mouth more these days than they used to be. But I'll ask you guys, final thoughts and opinions on Spider-Man Brand New Day as a whole. Any thoughts and opinions? We'll start with Joe. What do you think, man?
I think it's going to be a good movie. I think it'll do real well. There is more of a tendency for people to stay home and not go to the theater, so that might hurt. But I think it's going to do. If I had to guess, I'd say it's probably going to do about 1.4 billion, and that's going to be a huge success for them because I don't know what the budget is, but it's not like 500 million like Doomsday is going to be.
Oh, I would imagine the movie's budget's like around $300 million. Has to be. Yeah.
And I'm a little concerned that they got a lot going on because they also looks like he's going to be mutating, and they're throwing that storyline in there. So it's we'll see how it works out. But I'm really looking forward to the movie. So, like I said, about 1.4. I'd say 1.4 billion. I think it's going to do.
All right. Bob, what do you think, man?
Yeah, I think this is going to be a big hit. The movie itself, I think there's a lot of goodwill from the last one, and people want a good comic book film because of where the MCU has been at. Now, granted, like I said, the last 2, I think were pretty good, even if they didn't make a lot of money. And this being the one that's really got to kind of be the lead in to Avengers Doomsday, I do think there's going to be some curiosity there. And I kind of agree with Joe. I think this could probably do about 1.5 billion. I don't think it hits the 2 billion mark, but I do think it hits about 1.5.
Wait a minute, you don't agree with me?
No.
Oh God, good Lord! What did Bob? What did Joe do to you? God Lord!
When we get the Bob and Joe show going,
No! Oh God! I didn't approve of this. I'm the showrunner and the executive here. I approve these shows. These scripts got to come through my desk.
But part of the reason I don't think that it does is I still think that even though there's going to be a lot of goodwill and everything, I still think this is now the 4th entry in this particular franchise, and I just don't see it. I don't think that it does more than No Way Home. I think it finishes just below that.
What did No Way Home do again?
I think No Way Home didn't it do like 1.6 or something like that.
I think it was yeah.
Let me check it real quick.
Oh, we need facts here? Oh my God. Joe, you asking for facts. I don't do those. I do an absolute truth. No, I'm just joking, guys.
Oh no, it actually did a lot more than that. It was 1.9.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So yeah, I think this one does, about 1.5, 1.6. I don't think it gets to the 1.9 billion.
Because I remember it barely didn't make $2 billion because they didn't have a China release, and that's because the MCU and Sony or Disney and Sony, they didn't want to remove the Statue of Liberty from the movie. They wanted to, it was basically something with the Statue of Liberty. I forgot at this point because I'm old, so I forget these things when they trickle through my brain.
Disney didn't just burn it down because they just want that money. They don't care about anything.
I will also say, you guys, this is the reason why Sony doesn't sell Spider-Man rights back to Marvel and Disney.
Well,
and keep in mind,
a ton of money
because idiots always are just stupid, and I gotta educate you guys. Do you guys have such brains where you don't comprehend how life goes? Do you guys not think that Disney or Marvel offered to buy the character back at some point, even when they sold it to them?
They just laughed.
Spider-Man is more valuable to them than them selling it. Keep in mind, they could ask for any number they want, and Disney right now, this day, would give it to them. But Sony knows that the character of Spider-Man is so much more valuable to keep than to sell off. That's all it is. They for sure have offered them to take it back, and Sony has just said, yeah, I think you can just suck my dick and do it from the back, but no money for you. And you're Disney, so extra fuck you.
Well, yeah, because if this movie does, let's say, Brand New Day does, 1.5 billion. The budget was 300 million, marketing and everything. They got to get 700 million to make a profit. You're looking at an 800 million profit, and they got to give Marvel, I think, 25% of that.
Marvel has the toy sales.
Yeah, but the movie itself, Sony's going to walk out with like $600 million in profit.
Lord,
and why give it up?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Oh no, I see your point. Because a lot of people understand the reason why their deal almost fell through between Far From Home and No Way Home is because based off their deal, essentially, long story short, Marvel has the toy sales. They get all the revenue of that. Sony has all the box office revenue. Marvel wanted a bigger piece of the box office revenue, and Sony said, no, you can just suck the fattest part of my 9-inch Japanese dick. And that's what happened. And then it all broke off. Not gonna lie, Disney and Marvel a bunch of greedy fucks, but that's
I knew that was never gonna last. I knew they were getting back together.
Oh no, Marvel was gonna fold.
There was too much money in that pot. There was too much money there.
I'm sorry, Missa. No. I love your fat 9-inch dick. Oh yes, you can keep your Spider-Man.
Oh brother.
Oh God, man, just Marvel, Disney caved so fast. That shit happened. Remember what happened? That happened for like 2 days. And Disney, no, we fold. Motherfucker folded faster than a lawn chair.
Even Tom Holland came out and said, well, it was a good run, but I'm still going to be Spider-Man. And we're great movies. And I know him down deep. He's saying, this is never going to last. We're going to be back tomorrow.
Bro, it should happen like 3 days. Disney went, nope.
Yeah,
Sony loved it. Sony loved it.
And Sony, I wonder if Marvel would have called their bluff and just said, okay. Because Sony, I mean, they're riding that coattails of the MCU, and they're making a lot of money by letting them use Spider-Man. So,
dude, could you imagine the world their franchise doesn't have Spider? This is the reason why they caved, because come on, this was like after Far From Home came out, so that was the end of Phase 3 before Phase 4. So at that moment in time, Marvel still thinks they have Marvel had like good credit, goodwill with people after Endgame and everything. Imagine a world Marvel just fully doesn't imagine a world Marvel doesn't like, comply with what Sony wanted and just have the deal revert back to what it was. What would they have without Spider-Man to carry their universe? What do you have? Spider-Man should be carrying the universe. He is Marvel's biggest character, but imagine a world where Disney and Marvel are so fucked in the head they don't have Spider-Man. What do you have? Oh, thank God. Photon. Oh, wait.
Yeah,
Kate Bishop, Hawkeye. Wait a minute. I got a banger for you guys. Wonder Man.
There you go. Well, they do have the X-Men now, but yeah, there was so much money to be made. Those sides were going to get together because Sony without Marvel, I mean, Spider-Man would do really well for them, but even that wouldn't be quite as
Black
good.
Panther.
So.
Oh, wait, they didn't recast him.
Oh, don't even get me started on that.
Oh, they have Doctor Strange. Oh no, he's a cuck. He got his girl, left him, dated a black guy. What? Oh wait, Chrissy, she dated a black guy right after she went black, never went back. Just pointing out, she loves. Oh my God. Oh, you know what? They got Thor.
Fatality.
No, well, they could. I mean, they'd have a lot of good stuff, but if they did it well, they could do.
Look, just imagine that if they didn't have Spider-Man because they were so greedy for that extra box office percentage that they didn't agree with initially anyway. Because it's generous of Sony to let them have. Come on, guys, it's generous of Sony for them to allow them just to have 100% of the toy revenue. You know how much money Spider-Man makes toy revenue wise? That's very generous, and they're like, no, I want more of that box office. Go fuck yourself. Go literally take a dick, shove it up your ass. I'm glad you guys folded, you little bitches. Take that 9-inch Sony dick in your mouth. Good Lord. But no, all jokes aside, come on, guys.
Those were jokes.
Are you saying I'm not a comedian? Are you saying I'm not Dave Chappelle? But it's one of these things where I don't know how good the movie's going to turn out itself, right? Because out of all the things we heard announced for it, any Spider-Man movie that juggles this much stuff never really turns out to be that good. It just depends on how it, like Joe says, depends on how much attention is given to each character. Like we're hearing about Tombstone. If you guys know who Tombstone is, I know who that is. I'm glad he's going to be in a Spider-Man movie eventually now, but that's going to be its own thing. You have the thing with the bigger threat. I just hope it's competently written enough to the point where it doesn't feel like no character got enough time, because there's a lot of stuff happening in this movie. So it's probably going to be a long movie too. It's probably going to be almost 2 hours. It has to be to juggle all this stuff.
Oh, it's going to be well over 2 hours. I mean, it's going to be about 2.5 hours. They're going to get back to some of those longer movies, I think.
Yeah.
Because they're saying Endgame, or not Endgame, but Doomsday might be like 3 hours and 20 minutes or something.
Fuck. I'm going to the first showing. Imagine going to that shit at 7:00 at night, bro.
I'd be asleep.
Oh no,
yeah.
I'm old, and even if I bring my wife with me to blow me when I'm watching the movie, it's like I don't got time for that. But I mean, Spider-Man. Hey, guys, please, if he can't have Mary Jane, can he just have Black Cat? And can you cast Sydney Sweeney as Black Cat? Why are we pretending Zendaya is attractive? Zendaya is cute. Okay, that's her peak. She is cute. Salma Hayek is hot. Ana de Armas is hot. Sydney Sweeney is hot. Okay. Zendaya at her peak is just cute. Okay. Margot Robbie is hot. I don't know. Mary Jane is supposed to be some like bombshell supermodel. That's not Zendaya. That's not her. I don't know where you got that from.
I think she's an attractive woman. I don't know. But yeah, she's not like she is in the comic books. Well, I mean, she's not like in the comics or, but in the comics, all the women they draw, because they got 12-year-old boys reading them. So they got, whoa.
This never happens. I'm a genius. But thank you guys for checking out this video. If you guys are returning viewers or new viewers, then please consider subscribing to the channel. If you've not already, leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it and comment down below. Also, make sure you guys hit the notification bell. That way you guys can get notified on whenever I upload a brand new video or go live. I am MSK, aka Master Swag King, and we're going to sign out, guys. See you guys later. Goodbye. Peace.
Deuces.
Oh, what was that accent? It started with you sounding Southerner to sounding like a bad imitation of a Chinese person. Nawadu Wishindu? I just don't see the draw with this film. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, I mean, I think the only draw is that it's new territory, right? It's technically a fresh start. He's starting over. Come on, that's another thing you need to stop doing with Spider-Man. Stop starting over from the very beginning. But
Yeah, I don't
starting
want to see the
over,
Hulk in it. I hope they just have
Yeah.
Banner in there. I don't want to see the Hulk in it.
at least if he's Hulk,
that-
he better like rage out or something. Seeing
Is that-
Professor Hulk, I'm leaving.
That takes like, I don't know. It just takes away from the street levelness of it, because I mean, there was a rumor going around that Punisher and Spider-Man have to team up to fight the Hulk. I mean, really? I mean, seriously. I mean, Spider-Man in the comics is pretty strong and it has fought the Hulk and does things. The Punisher, I was going to shoot him with a machine gun. I mean, that's not going to do anything to the Hulk. He'll just laugh.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's just, but that's just a rumor. Now, but we haven't really talked about Sadie Sink. And, you saw in that, in the trailer that she's sitting there and she has that blonde streak in her hair. And a lot of people are saying she looks like Rogue. She's on the bus. So when he goes by, I think she's going to be Jean Grey. A lot of people think.
I hope not. Please,
she's not, but I think she's going to be. I don't know. What I think.
That would be such a waste introducing Jean Grey in a Spider-Man movie. I'm not saying that you can't have like some sort of like, I don't know, first look at her, but it just feels weird and odd to see Jean Grey introduced in a Spider-Man movie first,
I think she was going to be introduced, or not introduced, but used in Doomsday when it was before Spider-Man. And then now that that's after, they're still going to try to work her in somehow. That's just my opinion. I don't really have any facts to back that up. But hey, I think that's a possibility, which, I don't know. We'll see. But they're saying there's another woman that it could be, and a name slips me. There's another rumor on a character that she could be. But I just have to wait and see. I'm kind of interested to see what she's going to do.
Why is it a waste? I don't know. I feel like if you're going to introduce an X-Men character that huge, it probably should be with the X-Men, actually.
Yeah.
That's just my initial thought. Because, like, Spider-Man, we haven't even gotten other amazing Spider-Man villains at this point. We've never even got Chameleon at this point. We've never had Chameleon.
Well.
He's never fought Kraven. No, I'm not Kraven these nuts. No, he's never got actual Kraven. Not Aaron, not whatever the fuck that Kraven movie came out was. Never got Kraven. There's a lot of great characters.
We didn't get the it was the other universe, but we didn't get the Rhino. We didn't get
the Rhino. Yeah, we haven't got. We didn't get Shocker. That Shocker doesn't count in that Homecoming movie. That was not Shocker. That's not him.
I'd like to see them actually do. Oh my gosh, and my brain just stopped. The Chameleon and do more of like the Chameleon, the Rose, who's Wilson Fisk's son, but because they used him already, doesn't have a son. It wouldn't really work, but do more of that mobster, gangster, gang. They did like the gang war stuff back in there, and they had a guy Hammerhead who was a.
Hammerhead, you can work. I like Hammerhead. That could work. That could work with Tombstone. That could actually work a lot. Yeah.
And Tombstone, I kind of like the idea of doing something like a gangster war in New York.
You don't want the clone saga. That would be. They're never going to do that. That people
do
hate
it right.
No
Clone Saga was
yeah.
okay for a while. Then the guy who produced them at interviews where he said 1 month to month, he didn't even know if Ben Reilly or Peter was the clone because they kept changing their mind.
Oh, they never had Hobgoblin.
Yeah.
Never happened. People said, oh, Ned was going to do it. No, I want that fat fuck being Hobgoblin. No, he sucks. That guy sucks. Ned,
I didn't mind him. I liked him in the first one. The second one, he was all right. The third one, he was okay, but he got a little. I don't know. The third movie, the No Way Home, they got a little too Marvel humory when they kept making fun of, I'm Dr. Otto Octavius. Oh, that's your real name? I mean, come
on. Walter says, I personally like the more guarded approach to not revealing too much, but how does that really serve them marketing to the? To be fair, I agree with you, but there's only one caveat to that. There's only one, and keep in mind, I do agree with you. It's Spider-Man. You could reveal like. Literally, that trailer could have just been like a minute, and it would have just got those views. It's only just because this is Spider-Man. If this is any other character, you're not getting this leeway. Or maybe Batman. Batman could probably have the same thing, but it's only just because of Spider-Man. They don't have to reveal that much, though. No, we're probably not going to get Maximum Carnage. We haven't even got Morbius, though. Morbius, you can do a little bit later. You don't really have to have him now, but then we got Morbius. So many awesome Spider-Man villains we're never going to be getting to anytime soon. Wasn't there J. Jonah Jameson's son? If you guys don't know, in Spider-Man 2, his son, in the comic books, he actually became a Spider-Man villain. I forgot what it was called. It was like Man-Wolf or something.
Yeah, he was, Man-Wolf. Yeah, I believe it was Man-Wolf. He was, because he got infected when he went into space and came back.
Yeah. They could have did that.
Or not.
Oh my, I mean, to be fair, yeah, they did do Lizard, but I don't if I really like that guy's lizard from Amazing Spider-Man. I thought it was all right. It
I
was
like
okay.
that.
Actually, Sandman, they could do that again.
Well, you were talking about Sony earlier. You were going off on your big 9-inch thingy or whatever. I was going to tell you, if Sony was smart, they'd do an Andrew Garfield movie because they can use Spider-Man anywhere they
all
want.
by themselves. Yeah,
I'd bring Andrew Garfield back and have him do a third movie because he got a lot of that. He got a lot of momentum from Brand New Day,
you
or
agree
excuse
with
me, No Way Home.
Forget what I said. I changed my stance. Oh my god.
Smart move, Walter.
Oh my god. Don't give him ideas. Because keep in mind, great minds think alike. I just read the most wild bullshit that Andrew Garfield wanted Michael B. Jordan in the Amazing Spider-Man 2 as a that's trolling. There's no way.
Yeah, there's no way.
The worst one that Jimmy Fox Electro was better in No Way Home, but when he was blue, like
that was
god.
I didn't get the blue, and then he straightened his teeth out. I didn't understand that when he got electrified.
Oh yeah,
his teeth, like he had that gap in the teeth. And why would his teeth change?
Awful casting.
That was bad.
That was awful. Then it's not really aged much better. Do you guys remember when it was revealed on the internet that Zack Snyder had casted like Ben Affleck and Gal Gadot and Jason Momoa and Ezra Miller as the Flash and Aquaman? The internet was on fire that day. Yeah. I don't know if that was worse or was when it was revealed that Black Girl was playing Starfire. Just what in the world?
I didn't mind that much. Because of the special effects and whatnot. But I tried watching that show, and I love the Titans, and that show sucked. It was just depressing, and it's like, I'm so tired of that gloom and doom garbage. But what's his name? You're talking about Zack Snyder when he cast Ben Affleck. It reminded me of Everyone Attacked It, because, Ben Affleck, he's not going to do a good job. And kind of like how they attacked Robert Pattinson when he became Batman, Batfleck, and then they had, is he gonna glitter when they were talking about Robert Pattinson? Right. It's like because I only remember him for those movies, but he went on and did a ton of movies.
And
he's a great actor.
Actually, the movie that sold me on him playing Batman was Tenet. I didn't particularly, I didn't think that Tenet was Nolan's best film, but I actually liked Pattinson's performance in that movie to where I was like, you know what, I think he can pull this off because I really liked what he did. Like I had missed some of the other stuff he had done. I didn't watch some of that.
Well, you never see Devil All the Time? He was in that Netflix movie, Devil All the Time. No, I don't think anyone watched that. I don't think anyone watches those Netflix bullshits. Oh, I want to show you guys here. Wonder Woman from the DCAU. Man, oh my God, one of my crushes growing up. God damn. How did Batman not just like rip her in shreds? Well, to be fair, she would rip him in shreds because she's way more stronger than he is. But God damn, were they cooking back in the day? Dude, I need to post that shit. Well, what's the thing that goes on Twitter? Like the caption goes like this: name a bigger downgrade. That compared to that Black Velma. That's what I need to compare them to. We went from this in animation to that. Good Lord. Ugh. How did Batman not just like, come on, Bruce? Come on.
Those old Justice League, those cartoons back then, they were kind of adult in a way. I remember when they
a lot. Yeah.
Well, the one guy who made her uniform, he said he made that for her mother. And he said, but she didn't have the body like you do. And he goes, I could let that out a little bit because it's real tight. Because that originally the uniform Wonder Woman had, her mom had. And then when they had the whole Hawk Girl, Vixen, John Stewart love triangle, the two ladies were talking about how he keeps his underwear folded in his underwear drawer and stuff like that. It's like letting they're all sleeping together. So it's like, there's a lot of little jokes in there, comments in there. You're like, well, it's kind of a little bit racy there.
Well, also another thing that I want to add with Spider-Man was that, when you're watching that first Spider-Man movie with Sam Raimi and you have that end scene where Norman gets him in that like abandoned building and there he's just beating him up and he makes a comeback, then he dies. Oh my God. You don't really have, outside of Spider-Man 2, you don't really have that for some of these Spider-Man movies. Like I never got that sense in any of the Tom Holland movies. He was going to be in that level of danger in most of these movies.
It was more gritty. That's the thing is when Green Goblin, if he would have had that rubbery mask like in the comics, he would look stupid. So they gave him that helmet mask. And a lot of people thought
I like the change they did. Yeah, I
I
like that
thought
change.
a lot of people at the time said it was going to be bad because, you can't emote with that face, but he did. And that's what, in the Marvel movies, that's why they do the whole thing now. You can hit the button and your mask disappears because they want to show everybody's face all the time. You ever notice, even if they're in danger, like you watch Ant-Man 4, well, I don't recommend watching that again. Every time they're done doing something, they all their helmets go away just so you can see their faces. But you can emote with a mask. I don't know if you guys ever seen V for Vendetta.
Yeah, I saw that.
I just
never
rewatched
watched
that
that,
a few
actually.
weeks ago, and it's really good. Natalie Portman's in it, and the guy who played V, I just cannot think of his
Hugo
name.
Weaving.
Thank you. He did such a good job, and he had
It was the voice of
static
Megatron.
mask. Yeah, he had a static mask, and he was wearing that, and he got so much emotion out of the way he acted. You just got to be able to do it right. But I mean, I get it. They want, you got these famous people, and they're all good looking, so you want to show their faces, but it gets a little tedious after every fight. Oh, push the button, the helmet goes away. Like, can't leave the helmet on for 2 minutes. It's gonna kill you.
So you both saw Project Hail Mary. I wanted to just check on the box office real quick before we head out.
Oh, it was a really good movie. Not gonna spoil it, but it was. I walked out of that movie feeling really good. Like, there's a lot of emotion to it, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about it on Dad's Turn to Talk tomorrow. So that's we got one of our regular guests coming on for that, and so far all of us have liked it. There's still one who's watching it actually right now, so we'll see what they think. But Project Hail Mary was awesome.
What was the budget on this thing? Because it's now did 140 million, which is actually expectations were what 100, I think. It's like $100 million was the expectation.
I think there's about a 200 million budget in there because they were saying with the marketing and stuff they had to do about 600 million to make a profit, I think, or to break even. Oh, and if you get a chance, go to Bob's channel and watch his review on the.
He hasn't shown anything for me. It's okay. It's okay.
Oh, did you do a review on Project Hail Mary? Because I'm gonna say if you do. No, Bob's really good. He gives a non-spoiler review and it's really good.
Okay, so the budget is between 200 to 248.
Okay, so yeah, it's probably going to be with
I mean, like
about
minimum
700 million.
Yeah, 7 or 8. I
think it's going to get there. There's a lot of hype surrounding this movie, and
it's going to have legs.
And I think that word of mouth is really good. The only thing that I think could hurt this is that you've got Super Mario Galaxy coming out in a couple weeks.
Oh,
but what we were discussing earlier about how the modern audience between men and women, I'm seeing reviews from YouTubers and other people and people posting on social media, men and women really enjoy this movie. I mean, this movie is made for everybody. And I've seen some reviewers who've taken their kids as young as 8, 9, 10, 11 years old, and they liked it. Now, I guess about 8 years old might be a little long because I think the movie's 2 hours and 10 minutes or so. It depends on your kid at 8 years old. At 8-year-old, I could sit through a movie, but some can't. But, a lot of people that I've heard that took their kids said their kids really enjoyed it too. So
yeah, this is, I heard somebody talk about it this way, that this is the type of movie that you can take a kid to because it's got elements that they're really going to enjoy, but it doesn't talk down to them. They don't dumb down the movie for kids.
Yeah. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Honestly, it took me an emotional roller coaster.
Yeah, it was really, really good. This movie had a lot of heart, a lot more than I expected.
Did any of you guys read the book?
No, the guest that we're having on, she's read it, and she told me that it was a pretty faithful adaptation.
About a year or so ago, when I heard this coming out, it was at my library and I didn't get it, and then all of a sudden it's been out. But then I didn't want to spoil the movie because I heard I don't know if you've ever heard of the channel Nerd Cookies. She's on Film Threats channel a lot. She was touting this movie for about a year now, and she said there was like some emotional stuff in there, and I know the book would be better than the movie. But when I see the movie, I don't want that emotional stuff to be ruined, so I intentionally didn't read the book. So, but I heard it is a good adaptation. But yeah, I love. Did you? Oh, I'm saying I was going to say, did you? Anybody in your theater applaud, Bob, or anything like that?
In my theater, I didn't get applause, but everybody I saw people walking out smiling and they were talking. about it. That was the thing. This wasn't like one of those movies where everybody just came out and was like, that sucked and whatnot. No, they came out and it was like, oh, that was really good. What'd you think of that? So there were a lot of people talking as soon as I was done watching it.
See, last week I mentioned that, I was going to see my brother in the hospital. That's why I couldn't do the Thursday show, or I was going to see Project Hail Mary. And my brother ended up getting out of the hospital, so I ended up going to see it. But I did it at the last minute, and I went to a 4:20 show. And there wasn't that many people, and it was in a small theater. I tried to get tickets for the IMAX version. Well, Imagine Theaters, they call it IMAX, but it was all sold out. I mean, they had like 3 seats left, and they were like on the sides, and I didn't want to do that. And there wasn't that many people in my theater, but there was moments in the movie I heard people gasping, or like, "Oh no," or things like that, and like 2 or 3 people were clapping, and it was real noticeable because I think there might have been 10 people in the theater, maybe 20. I don't recall. But I don't know a lot. And when we got out, I talked to total strangers. We're walking out the door, and I'm like, "What'd you think?" And we were talking about the movie because we all liked it so much.
Yeah. I mean, the next movie coming out is Super Mario Galaxy. Man, that's going to be big. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
those
That
things
first
are going
one,
to be huge.
that was like one of the highest. That first one is the highest grossing animated movie, not animated movie, highest grossing video game movie. When Mandalorian and Grogu comes out, we have that coming up very, very soon. And
I think
then
that's going to be a bust.
that it's crazy.
Nobody's talking about that movie.
What's crazy is that's actually on a lower budget than the other Star Wars movies that came out. I think that's on a lower budget than even the Han Solo one. I think
That's a good idea.
Mandalorian
'Cause
and
I don't.
I was gonna say, I think Mandalorian and Grogu and Supergirl are gonna make the same amount. I think Supergirl is gonna make what Venom 3 made. Venom 3 made like 420 max. I think Mandalorian and Grogu makes like 420 max. I don't think Supergirl makes a whole ton of money, guys. Keep in mind,
I don't
we're
think so
hearing
either.
rumors. We're hearing rumors Supergirl's gonna be like $100 million budget, but keep in mind, marketing could be like whatever the number is because they never say the real
They
numbers.
lowball those numbers. That's going to be at least 150 million on that budget.
Yeah, they're doing that thing of, oh yeah, explain it to me, and it's like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, 100 million. I could have been 200 million. Who knows? It's like, oh fuck me. Yeah, a difference between 200 and 100 million is quite a bit of saying. Holy
If they
shit.
kept if they kept the budget down for Mandalorian and Grogu, I think it'll make money, but I don't think it's going to be the $700-800 million movie or anything. I think you'll get some families because there's still some kids who like Baby Yoda and things like that. But I don't see that movie topping much more than 400 to 450 at the most. But then again, I thought the Marvels were going to hit about 450 and it did like 220. So,
oh no, Joe, where are these predictions coming from? Are you getting these things from Polymarket?
Well, no, but
Polymarket?
I really thought the Marvels would have topped out between 4 and 450. And I was being a little optimistic on that, but I didn't. I remember it's one group. People are saying, I can't wait till it does $1 billion and Brie Larson can laugh all you chuds faces and all this. And I was like, that movie's not doing $1 billion.
It's so funny because Brie Larson is voicing Daisy in the Super Mario Galaxy movie. Someone asked her what her favorite video game was. This is how you tell when women are such fake people in this. She said her favorite video game was Nintendo. I'm not kidding. That was a tweet. It's an actual thing. Man, what's your favorite video game? Nintendo. Women are so fake when it comes to this. It is so easy. Holy mother of God. Now, maybe she was truth. People can say she was nervous. There was a tweet. She typed it out. She could have lied.
Even if she's nervous, she shouldn't be nervous. She's an actor. She should know it. But just say the truth. Just say, I never really played video games, but I know a Mario. I learned about the character. I fall in love with the character. I love the actors I'm with. This is going to be a great production. I'm so excited to be a part of this universe. That's all you got to say. You don't have to you can't go, well, I didn't really know.
My favorite video game is Nintendo. I'm like, honey, they make the video games, okay? I don't know. Are you like, this is what no dick does to a woman. This is what happens when you don't have a husband. This is what happens. Good Lord.
Bob, you ever wonder why MSK is not married or has no girlfriend?
No, I don't wonder.
Or has no.
Why. It's pretty obvious.
I just talked to girls yesterday.
Well, I mean, going to the drive-thru.
The show.
Yeah. When you go to the drive-thru and get the lady at the counter who's 70 years old to give you your chocolate shake. That's really not really talking.
Oh my God. If I give a girl a chocolate shake, they're going to be a little dickmatized for a little bit. But time for outros. We hit the nice, sweet 140 mark. We're producing great quality content here, as you guys know. Scooby-Doo couldn't solve it. Well, Scooby-Doo can't. Good Lord. Well, I hate life. I hate life so much. But no, any other movie you guys are? I feel like, okay, being honest here, I truly feel like Supergirl's hype is so forced. And keep in mind, I want it to do good. I want to like the movie, even though it's kind of produced by a writer that's very controversial in Tom King. Like, I don't really genuinely feel like any of the fans of DC is hyped for that. It feels like it's like that thing they're forcing themselves to fight for it. Like that Lantern show too. It's like, are you really excited for this? I'll be honest here. Lanterns is probably going to be better than that Supergirl movie, but that's not saying much given how the end products might be. I don't know. Is there anyone really hyped for this DC stuff? It feels like it's all forced Twitter bullshit.
I'll be honest. I was actually very excited for Lanterns
until
I saw the trailer. Now, to be fair, they could be holding a lot of stuff back in that trailer.
Right.
So I'm going to go in with an open mind. I'm still going to watch it. I'm going to give it a shot. Because I want to really like that. I saw some people complaining, saying, well, this feels too much like True Detective. Well, they said it was going to be like True Detective. I mean, they said that. Yeah. So that's not what got me about it. It was some of the look on some of the things where I was just like, I don't know about that. So I put my expectations down a little bit. And so
yeah. I just don't like the angry Hal Jordan. I'm so sick of that. The bitter old man. He's got to be angry. And
blah, only casting for that show, they're going to kill him off. And keep in mind, I don't mind Jon Stewart's the Justice League guy. I like Jon Stewart, but Hal Jordan is the guy you think about when it comes to Green Lantern. If he's only cast for that show, they're going to doing my boy like that. Oh my God.
Jon Stewart's my favorite Lantern, and I really like him, and I think the guy playing him is great. But the whole, or buddy cop, and I'm a young guy, and you're the old grumpy guy, and you're a jerk, and you're going to treat me like crap, but we're going to be buddies in the end, and blah, blah, blah. I mean, send him into space. That's what people want to see. You put everything in front of crappy green screens anyway. Just put him in space, have him do something. I would love to see, Jon Stewart show up in the Supergirl movie, because it's going to be in space. I think that'd be kind of cool. Maybe that'd be a surprise, and I'll be happy. I think Supergirl might be pretty good, though. I don't think it's going to be like awesome, but I think it could be kind of fun. I heard it's going to be like about an hour and 50 minutes. They're going to keep it tight. I think Lobo will be good in it. So I think what's going to happen is she's going to be that, I'm a party girl and I don't care. I'm nihilistic, and it's just going to kind of around.
WZ, are you excited for Supergirl? Because I want to understand. Because we'll cover this next week on the show, because we'll cover the Grant Morrison comments and the David Lindelof. Is it David or Daniel Lindelof?
Daniel, I think it's Daniel. David Lindelof, whatever that was.
Lindelof, which is the guy that also was in charge of Lost for a little bit, and you guys saw how Lost fell off after a little bit of time. So no, we're gonna cover the Green Lantern, Grant Morrison, David Lindelof stuff next week. But it's just I don't really feel excited for this DC stuff, and maybe that's because of the stuff announced. Though it's like you start up with Creature Commandos. It's like that's not something to get excited about to start a whole new universe off of. Superman came out, that was all right. At best, it was just all right. Peacemaker. Well, I didn't watch Creature Commandos or Peacemaker season 2. I don't know about Superman so far. Supergirl trailer comes out. It's like, Lancer's trailer is like, The Clayface trailer might be a make or break year for this universe, because it feels like we're just kind of circling the drain, and we're only just like 1 year in.
Well, his contract ends, and they're selling, and that whole, HBO is getting sold. So, they might just drop him like that looks like Star Trek's dropping Kurtzman. They might drop Gunn, or he might just leave. I don't know. I think Supergirl could be pretty good. I'm really kind of looking forward to see what they do with Clayface, because it's supposed to be more of like a horror kind of thing. And the budget's going to be low, so it's not going to be too crazy. Lanterns, though, like I said, I just didn't like, and then they got to swear every other, it's like you want kids to watch a show, and like what James Gunn said with they pulled Superman from the theater early, which was later found out that's a lie, because they wanted people to be able to watch Peacemaker season 2 because that rolls into Peacemaker season 2. Well, if you want the kids who watch Superman to watch Peacemaker season 2, you're an idiot because Peacemaker season 2 literally has full frontal nudity of guys and girls and they're having an orgy.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, I'm gonna have my kids watch it. Like that made no sense. Like,
Yeah.
I just think it's just. I think James Gunn is like MSK. He's so smart. And he's got so much going on in his brain. It's hard to keep it all focused.
I think he says so much. He's doing that thing that Kevin Feige needs to stop doing too. They just say so much stuff, and then it all comes back to bite him in the ass. Like when he said, "Well, we're not going to greenlit a movie until the script is finished." They greenlit Man of Tomorrow, and then the next day he literally said, "Script is done." You said nothing gets greenlit until the script is complete.
I think he wanted to get that going before they sold. Okay, I really do.
You're right.
I think he wanted to get that rolling. That could be good. You never know. I mean,
WZ says I was interested until the first trailer. Yeah, like when I watched the trailers for the Lantern show, I'm like, I didn't even care for it, and all the change. Like, come on. What Bob said is true. That could only be the first episode. The whole season could be exactly what we expect. Do I think that's gonna happen? I don't know. But like with Supergirl, I just didn't feel anything. I was like, nah. Lanterns trailer. I was more mad about the Lanterns trailer than the Supergirl trailer. Supergirl trailer just did nothing for me. I was like, wow. Fuck. That's not good. I hope it turns out good. Come on, it might, but maybe she needs to have an orgy. She's like, you can tell modern girls like her, oh, I don't have a boyfriend. I'm gonna go suck 30 dicks in one night. I drink so much. I'm gonna be a party girl. Her name is All Cock anyway. That's a layup right there for her.
Oh, MSK.
Well, outro time. Joe, what do you have planned coming up that you have?
I'm sorry to say that aloud.
Oh, God.
Well, not much. I just, living life, and I plan on watching.
Are we on for Thursday?
Oh, yeah. I was going to ask you about that. Yeah, Thursday should be good.
I think we should be good. But Joe left me last week to watch a movie that was apparently cinema.
Yeah, I did. And it was really weird because my buddy had tickets to the IMAX. I told him I couldn't go because I had to see my brother in the hospital. My brother got out of the hospital early. I didn't go. I didn't have the guy gave my ticket to somebody else. I actually could have went on your show, but I had to going up to see Project Hail Mary anyway. Yeah, I don't know. I got some things I want to do. I got to check. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to rewatch John Carter, Disney Plus. I actually re-signed up for Disney Plus for 3 months for $5 a month so I can watch Daredevil when that comes out. So
yeah, that releases tomorrow. So
yeah, I'm going to watch that, and I'm going to rewatch John Carter because I heard it's. I watched it a long time ago in the theater. What's that?
Just yesterday, season 2. Feel like yesterday, season 1, Born Again just came out. Damn.
Yeah, it was like last fall or something.
Yeah, it feels like season 1 literally just came out.
Season 2's coming, and and then, but I saw John Carter in the theater when it came out a long time ago, and I don't really remember it, but everyone keeps saying how it's really good, and I'm like, I don't remember it, but I'm going to rewatch that this weekend.
It's like that,
and I'm going to watch Daredevil.
That one guy on YouTube that goes, "It's an underrated masterpiece. It made me feel feelings."
I'm in like 3 Facebook groups that talk about movies. One's science fiction and fantasy, and 2 more. One's like a nerd thing, another one's just movie talk, and a lot of people have been talking about it. I'm like, I saw that, but I can't remember much. I guess I'm just old. So
they're always those fans are like, it did something to me in my I was feeling stuff about it. It got me like really rock hard. It's like, dude, fucking stop being so gay with these movies. Good Lord. Also, rest in peace, Chuck Norris. He passed away over the weekend, actually.
Yeah, that was sad. And then Nicholas Brendan, who played Xander on Buffy the Vampire Slayer, died.
He passed away too.
Yeah.
What's everyone doing just dying? God damn.
Oh, and
then the one who played Miss Tessmacher in Superman died.
Valerie Perrine, she died. And that movie came out. I was 11 years old, and she was in that movie. I had a huge crush on her.
There was a chick who was on the show Supernatural. She
passed away. Yeah, she died too.
Yeah,
we had like 5-6 people die. What the fuck happened? You guys better not go anytime soon. I don't know what I would do without you.
Gee, thanks.
Yeah, way to jinx us there, dude.
You guys are fine. God hates you enough. You're living to your 90.
Just shut up, man, before something happens.
Dude. He's not talking about penises. He's talking about us dying.
Oh my God.
All right, Bob, I need to get your number. We're going to have to start our own show. We won't wish each other dead.
But yeah, Bob, do you have anything planned coming up you would like to let the audience know about?
I'm not sure what I'm going to end up reviewing this week. I was looking at not really a whole lot coming out this week. Next week you've got, of course, the Super Mario Galaxy, so I may just wait until then to put out another review. But we do have Dad's Turn to Talk tomorrow, and that should be fun. We're actually going to be talking again Project Hail Mary. Even though I did my spoiler-free review, we are going to we're going to be talking Project Hail Mary, but we're also going to be giving our rankings for our favorite science fiction movies. So that should be fun.
Sophie Rain reveals that her biggest subscriber who has spent no way, that's not real. If you spend $4 million on an OnlyFans whore, you might actually be retarded. That's no way that's true.
I don't know. People are weird, man.
I did hear about some guy wasting $100K on OnlyFans girls while his wife was dealing with cancer. It's like, what in the world is wrong with people? Good Lord. There's no way that's true because I don't believe women when they speak, but it's just like, if you're a guy and you're wasting, but I don't know. That's another whole show for another day. But as you guys know, for me, I'm going to try and get this stuff in my personal life taken care of. I'm going to go out tomorrow and see what I can do to make the situation better. It's really all I can do. But coming on the shows makes me so happy to just talk to people that I know and express my humor and opinions in a certain way.
You know what we're going to talk about on Thursday, by the way?
I have no clue yet. There's topics in these shows. Good Lord. I just pulled this one out of my ass.
No, really?
Hey, I try to have thoughtful, intellectual conversations here that you can replay and watch for long after we get way older. Like when we're like 80, people are gonna be like binging these episodes at this point.
These episodes.
This is like your TV. You binge like TV shows like Pretty Little Liars and Gossip Girl. They're gonna binge this show.
Yeah, well, Bob and I do bring a lot to the table. I can see why.
Yeah.
We're gonna be like the One Piece. Like One Piece, like 1,000 episodes. We'll be at 1,000 episodes at some point eventually, and we're gonna be binging episode 1 all the way up to where it's at right now.
All right, MSK.
Yeah.
If you say something.
All right,
I have no words for that.
All right, so thank you guys for checking out this episode of the
Thank
MSK
you.
Show.